Anna, thanks so much for being here today. I look forward to visiting with you and learning a little about the IT division.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm looking forward to it as well.
So tell us a little bit about you.
So my name is Anna. I'm a Navy brat. I've worked here for 4 years. I've been in Austin since about 2006.
Awesome. So Navy brat, you have to give us a little tour of where all you've been.
So I started out in the Midwest, Tennessee, went to Guam, lived in Europe for a couple of years, traveled all over. I've lived in the U.S. Primarily since about 2006.
Good. Well, tell us a little about your role in the IT division.
So I am your Macintosh systems administrator here at CPA. I make sure that all of your Mac users have computers that are working well, and I manage a lot of Apple servers down in the data center. I make sure that everyone has access to the things that they need to have access to, and that everyone here who's working on a Mac is able to function well.
What are some common misperceptions about your position or the IT division?
So I think a lot of folks feel that IT is relatively distant. I think that we're a lot of people who work very, very hard but very silently. And one thing that I love about working at CPA is that the IT department here is very, very customer service oriented. It's very important to us that everyone here is happy and that they're able to work without really having to think about how they're working. They just are able to open up their computers and go.
So is your typical day spent interfacing with individuals, or are you meeting in groups, or like what? I know there's probably not a typical day.
I mean,
but
both. We meet in groups to serve the individual.
Okay.
Every day we're trying to find different ways that we can make things easier for people, make IT easier to access.
So it's a real teamwork kind of atmosphere in IT.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what advice would you have for a new person just starting out at CPA?
Trust your team. We have a really, really wonderful group of people here. I thought working for Apple that I worked for the absolute best team on the planet, and when I moved here I was nervous. I had heard all of these stereotypes about state employees, and I didn't really know what to think. But I have absolutely the best team, the best management I've ever had in my life working here.
I love hearing that, because a lot of times state government does get a bad rap, and when you compare it to private sector and different things, but there is a true calling for public service, and I think we really have that here at CPA. There are a lot of people who just feel called to public service, and really makes this a great place to be and a great place to work.
And I read that the #1 predictor of happiness in a job is the history of the company and how connected you feel to the history of the company. And so when I was leaving Apple, I thought about that, and I thought, well, what better company can you work for than Texas, right?
Right, yeah.
What history of what company can you really look at that's greater than Texas?
Yes, great. Well, it's been so great getting to visit with you and getting to know a little about you and IT and everything. Thanks so much for being here.
It's been fun. Thank you.